feel like the awareness goes into the mind.
What is mind?
Ideas. I'm trying to establish something.
Thoughts, concepts, ideas. So
Yeah.
without the thoughts, concepts, and ideas, what's here?
Just awareness.
Yeah.
Just aware of it.
Yeah. It's quite a disappointment to the mind, because the mind expects some kind of spectacular fireworks show. So the moment I recognize I'm awareness, there must be something incredible happening. The unification with all that is, my chakras aligning, so something. The reality is, it's a humble stillness. It's incredibly boring for the mind. It's very normal.
I have this idea where people say it's Sachitananda, and Ananda means bliss, and I guess I'm looking for a blissful state where,
Yes.
but I think my mind is looking for ecstasy or something, but I think it's not. It's not happening.
Yeah. So the mind projects that when I know Satchitananda, then I'm going to feel this ecstasy. Oh, I want that. Give me that. That sounds amazing. That sounds better than being rich or famous. I want that. So it's trying to get somewhere. And while we're identified with that movement as trying to get somewhere, we're stuck in that identification of mind. But when we inquire, well, what is aware of this wanting? What is aware? Then we discover this deeper dimension beyond the mind activity, beyond the desires, beyond that movement, that efforting, where there's a stillness. And as we allow our attention to rest here, we begin to notice that it feels quite peaceful. Would you say that? That it's got a quality of peace?
Yes, definitely.
Yes. So as you train your attention to rest with this peaceful, spacious awareness, then what happens is the unseen light of consciousness begins to penetrate through the physical and energetic bodies. Now, the only way that you'd be aware of it, the only way you'd know it, you can't see it with the physical eyes, is through feeling it. You start to feel energy. Can you feel the aliveness in your body right now?
Yes.
Okay, so you include that in as spacious awareness, so that aliveness is included. Now, without any effort or agenda to do anything, you just stay with it as I am, feeling it. The power of consciousness cleanses on the energetic level, and these energies start to move, purge, integrate. Whatever needs to happen in your system will happen. But the mind tries to jump in and direct the process. But all that's required is to rest as I am, and it happens by itself. So you can know that it's happening by observing and feeling the energies moving. Now, this is ongoing over time. And by recognizing that you're becoming aware of thought processes that were previously unconscious. You'll start to notice whenever that sense of separate self, that conceptual me, arises and identifies as a victim to a situation, or it takes a particular egoic stance. if your attention is resting as awareness, that will appear in you awareness consciously, and the light of your awareness shining on it will dismantle those egoic structures. Now, this is the process of integration, happens over time. Many people have a misconception that to awaken spiritually, it's instantaneously. It instantaneous, like that's it. All my life's problems are gone. Everything unconscious is seen in one moment. I know bliss and ecstasy, that's it. But it's not like that. It's a continual resting the attention as I am. This is the primary focus. And consciously including the body to allow for this purging and integration process. And the expression in human form then becomes an expression that's aligned with the higher truth. The divine has space to move, express, and flow through us because the filters of our conditioned mind are not preventing it. And as part of this process, the heart begins to blossom and open like a flower. Now, as the heart begins to open, that peacefulness that you already sense begins to include flavors of joy, of love, of bliss, of ecstasy. But your state of being remains unchanged, regardless of whether that's there or not.
I see. Thank you so much.
It's nice to see you again. Thank you. One of the greatest misconceptions of the mind is that to discover who I am, to know my true self, will bring about the end of challenges on the level of form in life. So the mind projects, if I get enlightened, or if I become awakened, then all my life's problems will instantly be fixed and resolved. That's it. This is the magic pill. Yeah, I want this. But that actually would be a great disservice to us if all the challenges in life were to instantly dissolve, because we wouldn't have any more room for growth. The challenges are there by design to support our awakening, to support our integration, to support our growth. That's the way that the form reality is structured. Challenges are inevitable for beings that are unconscious and also for beings that are conscious. But there is a difference. When you meet challenges consciously and you're present, then you stop reacting to the challenges of life. And you don't identify with a conceptual self that's a victim to the challenges. There's just a seeing, oh, here's a challenge, okay. Let's see what's the best action to take. And when you're present and not identify with your mind, that right action will arise effortlessly. It's when we start identifying with the chaos of the mind and creating dramas internally that we start to see the external through foggy clouds. We don't know what to do. There's always a solution. Sometimes the solution is no action. But to come into your true power, you must take full responsibility for the challenges that you're experiencing in life and the direction of life. And this sounds like a contradiction to spiritual teaching, surrender everything to God. That sounds like, oh, I don't have any responsibility here. Just give it all to God. But what it means to take responsibility is to have the willingness to see reality as it is through the eyes of truth without distortions, to not project blame externally onto others. Oh, it's society's fault that this problem's here, or it's my mom and dad's fault that I'm having this challenge. It's my partner's fault. If only they'd stop doing it, then I wouldn't feel like this. That's giving your power away externally. Or projecting to your own mind, I'm not good enough, that's why I keep failing. Oh, nobody likes me, that's why I can't do this. Or I don't have any value, I don't have any worth. That's why my life is a mess. Projecting that blame internally in your own mind. When you can free yourself from these projections, stand fully in your power. Yes, this is what happened in the past because I was creating in life, expressing in life from this certain level of consciousness, and now I'm experiencing the result of that. That's karma. But I'm here now in this moment, and I'm going to meet this moment with absolute truth, fully in my power, fully taking responsibility. Then the future that's going to unfold is going to be a future in alignment with this higher consciousness.